welcome back to Tabletop Assault. My name's David, and today we're bringing you sort of first impressions of the new Warhammer 40k 9th edition Deathwatch Supplement Codex. This codex works in direct conjunction with the Spaceman's 9th edition codex, so has a few key units for your army just to make it more fluffy and flesh it out, but remember it's in combination with Space Marines. We're going to quickly caveat and just mention, we don't play Deathwatch on our channel, so we're not all experts of this force. So put in the comment section down below any in particular questions that you want asked. We can look up the codex, get those answered for you. But we're going to go over this with some of the key things that we brought out and things that we thought the community would like to know for the overall sort of look at Deathwatch, what they're going to be like in 9th edition. A couple of rules bringing them in line with the rest of the Space Marine forces as well. So yeah, we'll go through this. There's going to be some pictures, etc. Pause the video as we go if you want to look at things in more detail, and just bear in mind, put in the comment section down below any particular questions that you have. So starting off by looking at the actual units and their data sheets, there wasn't really too much of a difference here. A couple of key things to pick out for the Watchmaster was basically the Chapter Master rule, or Watchmaster rule, has kind of been brought in line with the rest of Space Marine forces, where in the command phase you pick a core unit or character within 6 inches and they get reroll all hits rather than it used to be an aura ability where all units get it, and it obviously has the rights of battle rule as well. Key things to pick out: the weaponry is now called the Vigil Spear. Stat wise it's exactly the same, however when he shoots they get special issue ammunition. Overall, not much to complain about, quite happy with the Watchmaster, and the Watchmaster's coming in, I believe, points wise, if I'm not mistaken, the Watchmaster is about 125 points. Not bad, won't complain. Seems pretty well balanced for what he's going to do in the field. You've still got your Watch Captain Artemis, Chaplain Cassius, and your Codicier Notarion. That's your 4 main sort of name characters and HQ choices you have. Moving on to the troop choices, you've obviously got your Deathwatch veterans, but in particular, and I'm going to put a picture up, you also get the Kill Team Cassius, which is the good old school kill team for Deathwatch, where you had your Bike, your Terminator, your Sergeant, your veterans. They're all in there, looking really cool. But the good thing is the veterans and the kill teams are now benefiting from the multi-wound General Space Marines. They're getting those 2 wounds, which is actually pretty cool, and I certainly won't complain. And when we come on to kill teams in a moment, they've all got their own sort of unique kill team special rules as well. In other words, they're all kitted out to do something in particular. Deathwatch Terminators have obviously got the Terminator upgrades for the wounds, and you've got your loadouts. There's a big massive details there, and you've also got your veteran bike squad with all the sort of lovely nuances that Deathwatch bikers come with, including the new wound upgrades. But the one unit we really want to talk about in some detail, and it's a unit which we know has caused a lot of controversy. I think in 8th edition people didn't really rate it, something you'd probably ignore in the field. Well, it's the Corvus Blackstar. So the Corvus Blackstar, what's it coming in points wise? It's coming in without upgrades about 180 points. Put on your upgrades, you can come closer to 200 points. You can see there from the stat line, I don't think much, or too much I should actually say, has actually changed with the unit. Its strength, toughness, its wounds, it's all still there. The armour saves the fine. Key things to really pull out from this unit is actually its transport capacity and capability. And I'll come on to some other key changes as well in a minute, but it's got its usual supersonic flyer rules, hard to hit, it's got the hover rule, that sort of stuff, but we'll come on to that. Transport is the big one. So transport is still 12 units, Deathwatch infantry, and it can take, I believe, bikes, Terminators, jump packs, all that sort of stuff. But I think the one thing the community was really asking for was Primaris transportation. The Blackstar cannot transport any Primaris models, and it's a shame because when you look at the new kill teams I'm going to show you in a moment, Primaris models are kind of screwed in amongst those units, in those kill teams, sorry. So actually getting your kill team into battle, it may be a challenge in 9th edition, and the purpose for taking the Corvus Blackstar maybe still hasn't found its place actually on your tabletop yet, which is a shame. But the Primaris, I thought that would be an update they would have given the Corvus Blackstar. Still no Primaris for you guys, so sorry about that. A couple of key things have changed really on the kind of the loadout. Obviously the main weapon is now called the Black Star Rocket Launcher. I think it was already called that, except for its weapons profile's changed. Still 30 inches. The old version I believe was 2d3 shots. It's now d6 shots. The Corvus obviously has two warhead types, a Corvid and Dracos. I believe it's a blast weapon as well. The old version was d6 shots, scrap that. Now it's 2d3 shots, which I think makes it a bit more efficient. But it's now a blast weapon, which is good, so against those bigger units you're going to get more options. But it's lost its two weapons profile, the Corvid and Dracos. It's now just strength 5 minus 1 damage. So a bit of a retcon on what I just said there. It still gets Storm Strike missiles, which hasn't really changed. Twin Assault Cannon, again, hasn't really changed. And Twin Last Cannons, nothing really has changed there. Everything's pretty much the same, but the key thing I think most Deathwatch players wanted was, can we take Primaris? And I'm sorry to say you cannot take Primaris. So we're going to just reverse a little bit and look at kill teams. So you've now got the option of bringing 4 additional sort of kill teams in your Deathwatch army. And these are pretty damn cool actually. I quite like them. Just trying to find the page so I don't lose where I am. Because that'd be terrible. Kill teams. So, creating your kill teams. So the kill teams will all gain the troop choice, which is or the troop battle roll, I believe, infantry battle roll, which is pretty good. From what I can tell, they'll gain the kill team keyword and the faction keywords Imperium, Adeptus Astartes, and Deathwatch. For each kill team unit will be detailed for its keywords. So in the next pages you're going to see all the key stuff, which is how the unit's built up, so what models you have to take, what their special rules are, etc. So we have the 4 kill teams, and I'm going to put the pictures up for you guys so you can take a look. I'm not going to go through them in too much detail, but you have 4 kill teams ranging from the Proteus, the Fortis, the Indomitor, and the Spectrus. You kind of notice when you look at the army, the units that are in each one of these kill teams, there's a certain theme around it. So obviously your Proteus is sort of your vanilla kill team, that's your old school kill team. Your Fortis kill team is sort of your first Ranger Primaris. It's got your Intercessors, your Outrider, your Hellblaster. So that's your Primaris armor guys. Your Indomitor is basically your Gravis armor Primaris guys. So you've got your Heavy Intercessor, Eradicators and Scepters. And then your Spectrus, the theme around that is your sort of Phobos armoured guys, your Infiltrators, your sneaky little guys. So they've all got their own theme and fluff, which I actually really like. So they're designed in a certain way. They all have their own abilities, their keywords, and obviously they have their power ratings in there as well, just so for you who play your power ratings you've got a rough idea how they all work. But yeah, it's a nice wee addition. It kind of fluffs out Deathwatch a bit more. It shows as well, you know, all the key stuff that's in there. Pause the video here guys so you can look into all 4 of these kill teams in a lot more detail. But they all have their sort of unique playstyle and their sort of unique abilities within them. So yeah, quite like that. The next key thing to look at was obviously datasheet abilities, which is going to be a combination of mixed units, which we kind of already know what that was. You kind of had that before, which is obviously combining units with Terminators, Bikers, etc., and how a combined unit will work. I'll let you read that at your leisure. But special issue ammunition, that's kind of a key one here. So, special issue ammunition, each time a unit is selected to shoot, if it contains any models that are equipped with a weapon with this ability. Now again, the Watchmaster's weapon has that, and it shows on each data sheet which one has the ability to take special issue ammunition. So if I go to, I believe you've got your characters all have it, your kill teams all have it with their Deathwatch bolt guns or their Deathwatch twin bolt guns. Your Terminators, interestingly enough, Terminator I don't seem to have it. Your Veteran Bike Squad doesn't seem to have it. However though, your kill teams seem to all have it with their Deathwatch bolt guns. Your characters seem to have it. Your Deathwatch veterans seem to have special ammunition. So it tells you which guns can take these rules coming up. So if any of them do so, select one of the ammunition types below for that weapon until the end of the phase. So this special rule lasts for a phase. Each time that weapon is fired, apply the modifiers and abilities associated with the special ammunition below. So you have a choice of Dragonfire bolts, Hellfire rounds, Kraken bolts and Vengeance rounds. I won't go through them all because you can see the pictures there, but the Dragonfire rounds, that's obviously removing cover. Hellfire rounds is add 1 to the rule, the wounds, except for vehicles and Titanics. Kraken rounds looks like it's an AP value modifier. And then obviously Vengeance rounds looks like it's increasing damage. So that's really how your special ammunition now works. Just ammunition you take dependent on your data sheet. If the weapon you've given them has the option to take special ammunition. But that's pretty cool, not going to complain. Moving on, so you've got obviously your warlord traits in there. I'm not a specialist in these warlord traits, so I won't pretend to explain that I know them, but I'm going to put a picture up, guys, so you can see them. So your warlord traits are listed there. Pause the video here if you want to read them in any more detail. And the same is going to go for relics. I'm not a specialist on the relics, but you've got all your usual stuff in there. Obviously your tomes, basically all your stuff to kind of make Deathwatch feel Deathwatchy, I guess. Won't really complain. You've got your Xenoth Purge discipline, guys, which is an important one to notice, which is a unique table for obviously your Deathwatch guys, so that's up there for you to take a look at. And then stratagems. Now stratagems, I'm not going to go into in any too much detail because I have no idea how to run Deathwatch. But again, a lot of it seemed to be around the idea of upgrading your guys, making them a little bit more unique. But again, you've got all your sort of usual stuff in there, which I quite like. I'm not going to complain, but I'll put the pictures up so you guys can take a wee look at them. Obviously your detachment abilities, this is the final thing I just want to touch on, so mission tactics. So it's important here, do not use the rules for Codex Space Marines to determine which combat doctrine is active for your army during each battle round. Instead, at the start of each battle round, select the Devastator Doctrine, Tactical Doctrine, or Assault Doctrine. The combat doctrine you select is active for your army until the end of that battle round. Note, however, that when selecting a combat doctrine at the start of the battle round, you cannot select the Devastator Doctrine to be active for your army more than once during the battle. You cannot select the Tactical Doctrine to be active for your army more than twice during the battle. And you cannot select the Assault Doctrine to be active more than 3 times during the battle. So, mission tactics, you're going to get a lot more option to play your turns for your combat doctrine, which is great. But there is that sort of cap on there. So that's a sort of rough overview, some of the key things we pulled out and some of the key updates that you'd want to know for you Deathwatch players. Kill team, special ammunition, oh boy, and the Corvus Blackstar. Comment, like, share and subscribe. Give me the comments down below, guys, for any specific Deathwatch questions that you have and you'd want to know. But more importantly, we want to be responding to these as best we can, and if you can give us some fun ideas for Deathwatch, you never know, they might feature on the channel soon. But that's it for me. We hope to see you in another Tabletop Assault Battle Reports.